The following content is brought to you with funding from the Universal Service Fund USF via its local digital content development initiative. Enjoy the show.
Hello, welcome to MAUR'S class. In today's episode, we are talking about a business plan. We are going to talk about how we can come up with a business plan and what is involved when coming up with a business plan. In today's episode, we are sponsored by USF as usual. So let's get into it. A business plan is a picture of how an entrepreneur will participate in the entrepreneurial process. As I've read, it is just a picture of how an entrepreneur is going to participate in the process of entrepreneurship. So, a business plan helps us to have a guideline on how are you going to do our things once we start our business. It helps us. Some people ask, why is a business plan important? Usually when you go out to get a loan, you're asked if you have a business plan or where's your business plan. This is because it helps you to explain how your business is going to go. What are your goals? What are your objectives? How are you going to run your business? What are your financial goals? So when you go to get a loan, they usually say, give us your business plan. It is because they want to see what direction you have. So a business plan helps you to have a proper direction of how you're going to run your business once you start your business. So there are so many factors or contents that are involved when coming up with your business plan. The first thing that you need to come up with when writing a business plan is an executive summary. So an executive summary is more of you're writing a summary of what your business is. What are your products? What products are you going to be selling? Where are you going to be selling? Who are your customers? The location, we have talked about that. What are your financial goals? Everything else, but you just write those things in a brief summary. So that is what is involved in an executive summary. So first of all, you come up with a summary of your business. The next thing that you come up with when you're writing your business plan is a business description. You describe your business. If someone asks you, okay, what do you do? What are you going to answer them? So you write a brief description of your business. In a business description, usually you write your goals. What are you targeting? What's the main goal that you're focusing on as a business? The other thing that you need to write when coming up with the business plan is the environmental, industry, and market analysis. You need to have an analysis or make a brief analysis of what the environment in which you'll be doing business is like. What's the market like? Who are your customers? Who are your competitors? You need to have a background and write down all that so that you should have a clear picture of what the market is like. After that, you come to a marketing plan. You've started your business, you know what your idea is. How are you going to be marketing your business? Are you going to be using social media? Are you going to be using the radio? Are you going to be using television? All kinds of marketing strategies that are out there. You need to explain that, okay, this is how I'm going to be marketing my business. The other thing that you need to write in your business plan is your manufacturing or operations plan. How are your operations going to run like? How are you going to be doing business? Is it going to be an 8 to 5 kind of business? Is it going to be a business that will be able to run online for 24 hours? How are you going to do your operations? Who will be running the business? Who will be, let's say, the CEO? Who will be the marketer, the salesperson? You need to have a plan on all operations that are going to be going into in your business. The other thing that you need to include in your business plan is the organization plan. You need to indicate the legal ownership of your business. Who are the shareholders of the business? Who is going to be managing the business? All that is important as I said that you can use your business plan as you're going to get a loan or something like that. If you present the plan to them, they'll be able to see that, okay, so these are the people who are managing the business. These are their qualifications, or this is what they have done before. So it gives an authentic picture to the people that you're dealing with, that okay, this business is well planned and it has people who are able to run the business behind it. Apart from that, you need to come up with benefits that your business is presenting to the community. This is not a must for each and every business, but just for the sake of reminding you what you're targeting or what your goals are, it is very important to write the benefits that your business is going to provide to your community. Remember, we talked about branding, having a clear brand purpose, that, okay, this is what we want to achieve, or this is what we are targeting at. A brand purpose explains what your business is trying to achieve to other people. So if you write the benefits of your business to your community, it is more like, what purpose is your business serving to the community? What impact are you providing to your community? So let's say you're trying to solve the problem of, let's say, poor communication or lack of schools. So you're introducing an online school or an e-learning school where students are able to use phones to attend classes and all that. That's the purpose that your business is serving the community. So writing that also helps to build some authenticity for your business. Another thing that you need to write in your business plan is the financial plan. What is your budget? Where are you planning to get resources for funding your business? How much will you need to start your business? So you need to have a picture and a proper budget of how much you need for your business to run. So a financial plan helps you to also plan ahead. Say, okay, this is how I'm going to run my business. This is where I'm going to get my funds, whether you're going to get a loan or you're going to do self-funding, or whether you're going to have angel investors. All that needs to be written down, that, okay, this is what I'm going to follow, so that once you start your business and you're thinking of, okay, where am I going to get my funds, you just go to your business plan and refer back to what you wrote down. The last part that you need to involve in your business plan is potential risks. What are the challenges that you might face once you start this business, and how are you going to overcome such challenges? Let's say it's competition, or let's say it's supply of materials. If those are the challenges, how are you going to overcome those challenges? So that's also something that you need to write down, so that once you start doing your business, you should be able to just go back to your business plan and refer back to what you wrote down. So now that we have briefly gone through what is involved in a business plan, let us try to come up with a simple business plan for any business that we can think of. Let's try to come up with a business plan. Remember the ways in which we can try to come up with a business idea. First of all, we need to come up with a business idea. We said that one of the ways in which you can come up with a business idea is through identifying problems that are around you. Maybe you're trying to solve a problem. One of the issues that Malawi has, or the world has now, is the issue of diabetes. Diabetes happens to be one of the, should I call it a disease? Is it a disease? But it is one of those that it's kind of more challenging now to a lot of people, especially the elderly people. One of the major issues that a lot of people who are living with diabetes face is that they experience high sugar levels. When you see someone with diabetes, it is easier for you to help them to control their sugar levels if it is low. Usually they say that you can give them, let's say, Fanta, or you can give them some sugar, and then the sugar levels are going to go to a better level. But usually when the sugar levels are higher, it is usually a problem. Okay, how are you going to control it? So that's one of the problems that people with diabetes are facing. So how can we come up with a business idea that is going to help solve this problem? My dad has diabetes, and as I said, when the sugar levels are very low, it is easier to control it, but when it's higher, it is usually a problem. So some years back, someone came through and said that, your father has diabetes. You know what? There's this plant. You just need to plant it in your garden at home. Use the leaves just borrow them and give it to your dad whenever his sugar levels are high. And we have been using that plant for more than 4 or 5 years now, and it works perfectly. The problem that I've identified as an entrepreneur is that sugar levels in diabetic patients is a problem. So I'm coming up with a business idea. My business idea is that I'm going to be selling herbal juice. I'm going to be using those plants to make herbal juice for diabetic patients. So I need to come up with an executive summary. And at the same time, I need to come up with a name. So let's say we're going to call our company Sweet Solutions. So Sweet Solutions is a company that makes herbal juice. And this herbal juice is specifically targeted for diabetic patients and, let's say, their family members, so that it helps to reduce high sugar levels in diabetic patients. Now let's come up with a business description. In a business description, we are trying to explain who we are, what's our location, why we are doing that business, and everything else that we would want our customers to know, or whoever is reading our business plan to know. So who we are a startup company that makes herbal juice for diabetic patients. Our juice is specifically for diabetic patients because it helps to reduce sugar levels. So our target customers are all diabetic patients, even their family members or friends who will be interested in buying the juice for their friends or their family. And we are located in Area 49. We put in our contact details, and let's say we explain, basically that we have answered who we are, where we are, why we are doing that kind of business. So that's a brief summary of our business description. The next thing that we are going to include in our business plan is the marketing gap. What is the gap that we are trying to address? So at Sweet Solutions, the marketing gap that we are trying to address is the high demand for herbal products these days. We see that a lot of people now are using herbal products, and seeing that there's a challenge in terms of a proper product that addresses that is just specifically for diabetic patients and addressing the reduction of sugar levels. That is the gap that we are trying to address, because most of the products out there, the herbal products out there, they are saying that they are for different kinds of treatments, but ours is specifically for this issue that we are trying to address. So the marketing gap that we are trying to address is that there's high demand now for herbal products, and ours is also a herbal product that is specifically targeting diabetic patients. So we need to do a market analysis. So I briefly wrote something down for the market analysis. So they're saying that the global diabetes market is expected to reach $48.7 billion by 2025, with a growing demand for natural and effective solutions to manage the disease. Our target market includes individuals with type 2 diabetes, and we are looking to prevent the onset disease. Also, according to the World Health Organization, the number of people with diabetes has increased from 108 million in 1980 to 422 million in 2014. So we can just guess how much people we have now that are living with diabetes. And they're saying that in Malawi, by 2019, we had 1.1 million people that were living with diabetes. So we can see that it is a huge market. So according to these figures, we have a proper market analysis that, okay, we have a proper market that we can target, and the market is huge. So that's our market analysis. The next thing that we are going to include in our business plan is our product launch and product supply. So we can say that we'll launch our product, as we have said, we are in Area 49, so we are going to launch our product in Lilongwe. First of all, to try the market here, and our supply is that we are going to be supplying the products in local shops. We are also going to be doing supplying through online businesses where people can order and then we send to them, or they come to our shops and buy from us. anything that we have, any idea that we have in terms of supply, how we're going to supply our products. So you look at your business and then see that, okay, this is how I'm going to be supplying my products. So the other element that we are going to include in our business plan is the distribution channel. How are we planning to distribute our products? So we can say that, okay, we are going to be distributing our product through local pharmacies. We are going to be using local stores. They say we are going to partner with Sana. So we are going to be, our products are going to be sold in Sana as well as local pharmacies. The plan is to ensure that we are easily accessible by our customers. So those are the channels that we are going to be using. The other element that you need to include in your business plan is the price. How much are you planning to be selling your products at? So, for instance, at Sugar Drop, we're going to be selling Sugar Drop at 300 and let's say 2,500 kwacha for each 350 milliliters bottle. So you back up why that pricing. So you say we're going to be selling it at 2,500 kwacha because it's not a higher price. Anyone can afford buying our product at that price. The reason that we are selling our products at a lower price is that we want it to be very accessible and affordable by our customers. So you indicate the pricing that you plan to be selling your products at. Let's say you want to open a photo studio, that means you have to include that, okay, per picture we're going to be charging at this particular price. For a 30-minute session, we're going to be charging at this particular price as well. The other thing that you need to include in your business plan is the promotional plan. How are you planning to promote your products? So you list down the number of ways that you're planning to promote your products. Are you going to be using Facebook ads? Are you going to be using social media influencers? Are you going to be using television? Are you going to be using radio? Are you going to print out flyers and have people to distribute flyers around town? Because I see that that's what a lot of people who sell herbal products do. They distribute flyers. Are you also going to do that? Are you going to be, okay, I'm going to go into digital so much, I'm going to be using social media a lot, or I'm going to, so many things that you can come up with. You need to list them down that, okay, this is how I'm planning to be promoting my products. So for Sugar Drop, we can say that we're going to be using Facebook. We're also going to be using WhatsApp. We're also going to be using Instagram, Facebook ads, email marketing. Even we're also going to distribute flyers to our potential customers. So the other thing that you need to include in your business plan is the legal form of ownership. What kind of registration do you have? Who is the legal owner of the business? You need to list down all that. So we can say, okay, our company, Sugar Sweet Solutions, is owned by Maureen Mahenge. She's the shareholder, and everything else you include it in that. The other thing that you need to include is the management structure. Who will be managing the business? As you said, let's say who is the manager, who is the CEO, who's the operations manager, and everything else. You need to include the details of all those people that will be managing your business for you. Another important aspect that you need to include in your business plan is the competition analysis. This section helps you to list down the people that are already existing in the market who are going to be your competitors. It's more of, okay, who are the people that are already doing this kind of business that I want to venture into in this market? So, for instance, for Sugar Drop, we can say that our competitors are going to be Maranatha because they also sell herbal products. So, that's going to be our competitors. If I want to venture into photography, that means, okay, I want to open a photo studio or wedding photography. That means my competitors are going to be optical photography. We're going to talk of matter. We're going to talk of nose photography. So that analysis is going to help us to evaluate, okay, what are our competitors doing? How good are they? Which parts are they lacking? So how can we make our services even more better than what our competitors are doing? So that gives you an idea to sharpen your business plan even way better, because you know what kind of services your potential customers are already getting on the market, and how or which strategies you can use to win them over to your business. So make sure that you include a competition analysis in your business plan. The last part is the financial plan. How much are you planning to invest in your business, and what's your budget? So you come up with a plan on how much you're planning to spend, what resources you have to buy, how much you're going to buy them at, and in general, write down a budget on how much you're going to spend in your business. So you list that down. You have a proper budget for your business. After that, if it's a product that's a consumable product, let's say, for instance, the sugar drop product, that means you have to also include product safety. How is your product safe for consumption? So that means you have to also include that you, let's say, consulted the Malawi Bureau of Standards, your product is safe for consumption, so that your consumers are able to trust your product. So that's just one brief way in which you can come up with a business plan. If you have any questions for me, write them down in the comment sections, and you can also contact me directly through my Facebook or Instagram. Thank you so much.